Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition of ACS Centric News. I am Ariki Gupta reporting from the school press team. This is the platform where you will be getting all monthly updates of AC School. Before we begin, let's talk to the man behind all the action. Yes, it is none other than our beloved principal, Reverend Father Benny Matthew. Over to you, Father.
The ACS Centric News channel was created to bring forth a media-like experience to the students and to make them creative reporters and to broadcast to the parent community about the various events pertaining to the school. This news channel teaches the students the importance of reading, writing, speaking, and more importantly, to be ethical reporters who put the truth first, thereby bring peace and happiness to the society. All the best to the news channel and reporters.
Thank you, Father. Now let's begin with the highlights of Anthony Claret School from the beginning of this academic year. The first event was the school reopening. On 21st of October 2021, grades 1 to 10 were back in the building. The school paid keen attention to the COVID-19 precautions and protocols. Even though the bright and shiny faces were back in the building, a consent letter by the parents was made mandatory. Moving on, after the online elections, Anthony Claret School had its offline investor ceremony, where the school acknowledged the budding leaders and reposed the trust in them by pinning them with the badges of duty. The ceremony was held with a lot of zeal and zest. On the 2nd of November, on the occasion of Kannada Rajotsava, grades 3 to 10 had put up a very memorable event. In the honor of the occasion, a special assembly was conducted in Kannada and finished off by singing Nadi Geete. We would like to thank the Kannada department, because of which this event was a grand success. On the account of Children's Day, Anthony Claret School celebrated this event on 12th of November. Anthony Claret School never fails to make this a memorable day for the students. The event was conducted in the school parish hall. The program started with a blessed prayer and an event of the cultural program put up by the teachers. It was filled with music, dance, and followed by a skit. And that is the end of the highlights. Moving on, we have the headlines of the day. Anthony Claret School always strives to come up with innovative ideas to encourage the students into the field of science. This year, the science department have come up with the Technophilia event. The teachers are very busy on making this a grand success. This year, Anthony Claret School marks its 15 years of its inception. The third edition of the school magazine Footprints will be releasing this month. Our enthusiastic English department have been working around the clock, and our student writers have put their words in a visionary track. Not everyone who has talent can express it. Neither the ones who climb the stage could become an achiever. Talentia I Got Talent 2K21 was introduced by the Cultural Committee this year. This platform was set for the students to showcase their talent in the limelight. A short Christmas story is being filmed on campus and is to be released on the eve of Christmas. This is for the occasion of the Christmas celebration. The story is an adaptation of the Christmas Carol, which was written by Charles Dickinson. There are a lot of ongoing inter-house competitions within the school campus. The competitions are inter-house carol singing and inter-house board work. All right, that's all we have for today's headlines. Technology has changed the face of education during the pandemic time. Anthony Claret School brings to you the first ever online fest. This time, we have innovative and exciting topics where the students have put in their work, energy, time, and their creative skills. We have Ms. Grantha Reddy with us here today, who will be covering the online science fest Technophilia. Over to you, Ms. Grantha.
Thank you, Ms. Aryaki. Today we have here with us Ms. Durga Madhavan, the coordinator of the first ever digital science exhibition, Technophilia. Welcome. Ma'am, how did you come up with this really innovative idea of Technophilia?
At the beginning of the pandemic, our life was stuck because we didn't know how to go about with our job, education, all this. So it was the advancement in technology came in rescue. So when we had an idea of having a science fair, we didn't have to think twice to choose this topic, that is the technology in different fields.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and how do you think participating in this Technophilia event would benefit the students?
As I was telling, when our life was stuck, children were missing a lot. And because of this technology, the classroom, the school environment, everything had changed. So actually we could manage our academics using all these technologies. But somewhere the children were missing the activities that we used to conduct in school, the experiments, the labs, all this. So this is a better platform for them to come along and experience all these things what they were missing for the past 1.5 years.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And lastly, how satisfied were you with the projects created by the students? Did it meet your expectations?
I could see them working as a team that they were missing for a long time. They didn't get an opportunity to do that for a long time. They were all alone at home, and they had to do a lot of research on these topics to come up with the project. So that in that way also they developed their knowledge, and I'm very happy with that.
Thank you for joining with us today, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now let's take a student's perspective on Technophilia. Here we have with us Jovan of class 7B. Hi, Jovan.
Hi.
What encouraged you to participate in Technophilia?
My class teacher Durga ma'am and my parents encouraged me to participate in this project. I was interested in electronics and robotics. That's why I chose this event.
Oh, great. What was the topic chosen by your team and how did you all brainstorm ideas for this topic?
The topic chosen by my team was Arduino village. We created a small village where we included many Arduino circuits, and we added batteries to them so that they could work.
Seems like a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
What was your overall experience participating in Technophilia?
I learned about many things such as reed switch or analog temperature sensor and etc. And also the Arduino board, which is the most important part in our event.
So looks like Technophilia really helped you to learn more about new topics.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Granta. Marking 15 years of inception of Anthony Claret School, we have Ms. Furman K. Liu with us here today, who will be covering the school magazine, Footprints. Over to you, Ms. Furman.
Thank you, Ms. Aryaki. Now we have Ms. Tilottama Chatterjee, the editor of the magazine Footprints. Let's hear from her. Working on a magazine goes a long way. Could you point out a thing or two that you learned about teamwork?
Well, Foreman, you see, any great work, any work of substantial magnitude cannot be achieved, cannot be performed by a single person. It requires a great team. And I had a great team with me. I was part of a great team and I learned a lot from that team. I learned to be more empathetic. I learned how to accommodate. And I honed up my coordination skills. You know, with a great project like this, there is a deadline hovering over your head. And so it has to be finished. It has to be, done with on time. So yes, coordination skills really helped me a lot. So yes, that's what I've learned.
Yeah, it's a really good take on teamwork. Each and every topic is unique in its own way. Which is the topic that you love the most?
There's so many of them, brilliant topics. But I think the more pertinent one and the one that I really liked was cultural diversity. It is very, as you see around us, we come across different cultures around us. And when we participate in these cultures, we learn a lot. We grow as a person. Our perspective, our horizons broaden. And so I think that's the call of the hour, because the world is becoming a global village. So yes, cultural diversity it is.
Yeah, it's a really good point of view. Lastly, what advice would you like to give to the budding writers?
Again, plenty, but short and succinct that I'll be. I would say read a lot, read plenty before even attempting to write, because we get emotional and we start writing. That's fine to vent out, but professional writing, for that you need to read a lot, to observe, to absorb, to write, to review your own writing, to get it reviewed by your peers or others, and to continue writing, just to practice it over and over again. I mean, that is the mantra. So
Yes, practice
would be
will
it.
surely make a man perfect. Thank you so much.
thank you for having me, Phil.
Thank you. Now let's hear from a student. She's an enthusiastic and a smart girl. It's Miss Avani from grade 9. Let's hear from her. Welcome, Avani.
Hi.
Hi. So now that your article is selected, it's going to be published. How do you feel?
I'm very happy that my article is selected, and I'm also excited because it's going to reach a larger audience through our school magazine, and I'm also a little nervous about that.
I know, we all do get nervous, but you've done a great job. So which topic did you choose, and how did it personally inspire you?
I chose artificial intelligence because as soon as I heard about it, I don't know where this spark came from. I wanted to read and research about it. When I did that, I got a few pros and I also got a few cons. So I wanted to write a story which is very meaningful or which should have a moral. So when I wrote the story, actually, hopefully even the audience feel the same when they go through my article, that will artificial intelligence replace human in future?
Oh, that's quite interesting. So now you've written an article. So since you've written, can you just share your thought process on the importance of writing?
Importance of writing and me, I think I've just started. It's not a big experience for me to say, but I think what I feel is from past few years, like 2 or 3 years, we've been very used to using our gadgets, copying down the notes and all. So I think we need to get back to writing. That essence will come only when you write. You get creative, you think out of the box, you think about the memories which you had so that you can create a story. So I think we need to get into writing and write down notes also to get creative.
Yes, writing never goes outdated. Writing is really important. Yes, so thank you so much, Avani, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Berman. Anthony Claret School has its first ever annual cultural platform where the students can showcase their talents. The audition round of this event commenced on the 8th of October and the finale was held on the 20th of November. The students had put on an array of performances from art, singing, dancing, fashion show, photography, and a lot more. We have Miss Sienna Elizabeth with us today, who is reporting Talentia I Got Talent 2K21. Over to you, Miss Sienna.
Thank you, Miss Ariki. We have with us our cultural coordinator, Miss Tulsi, who is a great teacher and has been working really hard to bring out the hidden talents in each and every student. So now let's hear from you, ma'am. Talentia had a great turnout this year. So I was wondering, what was the purpose behind for creating a huge platform like this for the students?
Talentia. Talentia has been a dream of AC school for a really long time. Usually, it's the academic side that is given priority, but creating such platform gives students the opportunity to showcase their talents and to hone their creative side. In the world that we live in, it is the all-round character and personality that matters. And such platform brings out the creative side of students, and hence, why Talentia? I Got Talent 2K21 was such a huge success.
Really, ma'am. And we really appreciate the work that you've been doing. Could you tell me, ma'am, does the cultural team have anything planned for the next year?
This talent and competition was the foundation for the future events. There are so much surprises on the way. The events would get even better and bigger. So I'm not going to ruin the surprise. So you all have to wait and watch for it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We really can't wait for the surprises that you have next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now let's hear from one of our finalists. We have with us Shrisha, who is a fabulous dancer and the finalist for the dance category. So Shrisha, first of all, congratulations. And how do you feel about going into the finale?
I'm very happy to get into the final round of Talentia, and it's time for me to pay for all the hard work that I've been doing.
Truly, Shisha, you're really a great dancer out there. And why is it important for students like you to participate on a platform like this?
For me, dance is my passion, and I would like to excel in all the steps that I take in my life. And for students like us, it is very important to participate in all these events that are organized by the school so that we encourage ourselves and get motivated to excel in what we are good at.
Really, Shisha, thank you so much, and we're really happy having you here.
Thank you so much.
So now let's hear from Dijisha, who is an alumni. She's also a great performer, and she was the judge for Talentia dance category 2K21. So Dijisha, when you saw these little children perform on stage, I was wondering, what did it remind you of?
So, first of all, it's an honor for me to be back at AC School, especially to judge the talented bunch of kids for the Talentia. And to be honest, like, the school was a stepping stone for me, and this is the reason why I am here today. So if not under the guidance of Alvin sir, like how the team started, I wouldn't have been here. So school helped me realize my passion for dancing, and it has helped me a lot. So it has been of a great support, and seeing these cool kids, they were all beautifully decked up. It felt so nice, so beautiful, and it was very pleasing to the eyes. And I'm so happy that AC School has realized how academics are equally important to extracurriculars and are giving better opportunities for the kids to take it up these days.
It's so nice to hear from you, and we're really happy to have you back here. And any advice you'd like to give to the upcoming performers in our school?
Advices, if you ask me, I would tell the kids to focus on what they like. Let them not be imposed what others has to say on them. So I advise them to go on their route, their path of interest. Identify a genre of what you are interested in and go with it. Just because your parents are interested in Western or in Bharatanatyam or any other genres in that sense, don't go for it. Look for what is your interest, and the most important thing is to practice. So like the saying goes, practice makes a man perfect. So practice is what takes you everywhere, and no matter what you do, be confident in whatever it is. That is all I have to say.
True, practice makes a man perfect. And thank you so much, Dijisha, and we're really happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sienna. Christmas will always be as long as we stand heart to heart and hand in hand. This year, Anthony Claret School is putting up a joyous cultural program for Christmas. We have Mr. Manoj Kumar with us today, who is reporting for the Christmas celebrations. Over to you, Mr. Manoj.
Thank you, Miss Aryaki. Now we have with us Miss Vidya, who is a wonderful teacher and the coordinator of the Christmas event of our school this year. Firstly, I'd like to ask you, what can be expected for the Christmas event this year?
We have two major events lined up. One is a skit that's based on a Christmas carol story, which is by Charles Dickens. And the second one is an inter-house carol competition. It's never happened in the history of AC School. It's one of its kind. So these are the two major events lined up for this season.
That indeed sounds interesting. Since you're working with the team, what is the one thing that you love most while working with students?
When you work with students, you have an opportunity to mentor them, and you also get an opportunity to mentor back. So that's something that I always look forward to. So yes, it's been wonderful working with them.
That's a really nice answer, ma'am. Considering the uncertainty that we live in, how important do you think is bringing back the spirit of Christmas after 2 long years?
When the pandemic struck us, it was very sudden. No one expected it. We were all going about, on a normal day, and the next day the entire world shut around us. And the skit that we have chosen, the story that we have chosen to play for the skit this year is also about that. The protagonist is someone who lives in his own world, and then he has a series of experience which brings him out into the open, and then it changes his entire perspective, and that's something that we need to take back from the pandemic. So yes, that's something that we will be looking forward to this year. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward for the Christmas event, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we have with us Miss Kiran, who's the woman behind the choir team of our school. Firstly, I'd like to ask you, how did you manage to spread the joy and spirit of Christmas this year?
Well, this year has been a tough one, so the previous year as well. As we know, this season, the world looks at the season with a lot of hope and joy. And we know that Christ was born to save. And that is a fact. The Word of God says that Jesus came to save the world, and those who believe in Him will have eternal life. So that's the hope that I share with all those around, and that there is always hope through the storm, because God says He'll never leave us nor forsake us.
That's really assuring. I was wondering, how did you fuel the Christmas spirit in the choir team this year?
Well, we're meeting after 2 years. It was exciting to see all the children together again. And yes, the season is a joyful season, and a lot of songs to sing together. Well, this year we had a skit, and we were able to get exciting songs, tap rhythm moving songs where the children enjoyed to sing, bringing out their spirit of the joy, and also to tell them that they are so special. And just knowing that, I think has brought out a lot of life and vibrance in the choir.
That's indeed a great effort taken by you to fuel the Christmas spirit in the students.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom, for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Manoj. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you for this episode of ACS Centric News. Please like, share, and subscribe for more monthly updates of AC School. Until then, this is Arhi Gupta signing off. Remember to mask up, keep your distance, and stay safe. Thank you.